So this is a video that I never knew I would make, especially if you had asked me, 5 years ago, will I have written a book? I probably would have said no, but it represents a pretty cool milestone, something that I'm incredibly proud of, and really kind of represents the culmination of a project that I've now been working on for a year plus now at this point, and that is writing the Trader's Handbook right here. This is a physical copy. Super cool to actually be holding it here. And quick hint, guys, keep watching this video because you'll have a chance to win this exact copy, one of my 10 author copies later on in the video. I'll sign it, of course, so stay tuned for that and exactly how to join that giveaway. But this book is something that, again, we've been working on for a year plus at this point. It represents kind of, again, a synthesization of my experience, our experience at Traderline, Ross Haber's experience working with William O'Neill, Amit Rai, Nick, how they trade their styles, as well as incorporating the ideas and methods of all the market wizards, U.S. investing champions, and other top traders that I've gotten the pleasure to interview, talk with, learn how they approach the markets. Everybody does stuff a little bit differently, but at the core, there are these key principles that are emphasized again and again, and the winning traders, follow that same blueprint. And that's the blueprint that we kind of represent in this book in a very easy step-by-step format to build your trading system. And in essence, this is the book that I wish I had when I started trading. There's so many great trading books out there. I made videos previously on those, and I highly recommend reading, Darvis, William O'Neill, How to Make Money in Stocks, Mark Minervini's books, Brian Shannon's books. Those are all fantastic. But what I think kind of sets this book apart is it kind of synthesizes all that information you need to know, how modern top traders perform and actually what they do practically, and shows that information in a very easily accessible, plain language, easy to follow, format with many different examples and many kind of applications of that methodology, those methodologies as well. It's not just kind of giving you the information, it's showing you actually how to apply it. And I think that's kind of the niche that this book fills. So here is the QR code. The link is also down below in the description to grab your copy. If you've already purchased it, thank you very much in advance. And if you've already gotten it, fantastic. Again, thank you. But it's a great gift as well to a trader buddy. So you can always get, 2 copies as well. But today in this video, I'll just talk a little bit about the story behind the book, why we wrote it, and just emphasize a lot of the bonuses as well that come with the book. Because honestly, it's more than just the book. We're kind of creating a whole, system of resources that you unlock through purchasing the book. So we'll get into that in this video. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first of all, why did I write this book? Why did Traderline create this resource? Just looking at all that I've done with regards to trading, my channel, the Traderline podcast, the Traderline conferences, everything I do is from a core goal of mine to spread sound trading principles and methods, risk-focused trading, and hopefully to save people a lot of time, effort, mistakes, save them all of that in advance, or at least hopefully minimize that, and get them on the right path earlier so they can end up being successful, help themselves, help their families, help others as well. That's really the core goal that I have with everything I do when it comes to, again, this channel, the Traderline channel, my newsletter, the Trade Lab, all of that. This is the core goal behind all of that. I was lucky enough back in 2019, early in 2019, to take Dr. Eric Wish's class at the University of Maryland. Many of you have probably heard me kind of share this story before, but this was a revelation to me. I had never placed an order before, the right way, setting a stop loss, all of that. I had begun dabbling in trading in late 2018, but I had no method, I had no system, I had no process whatsoever until this class. And I took this class as an honor seminar. It was separate from my mechanical engineering studies, and it was one that I had wanted to get into for a few years now. But it was a tough class to get into. By default you get kind of a random allocation of when you can sign up for classes based on the number of credits you have. And it went whenever I wanted to get in my freshman and sophomore year, it would always be fully booked out right away. So it was one I always wanted to take, and finally in that spring of 2019 I got the chance to do it, and I loved it from the very first class. Dr. Eric Wish is a fantastic educator, person, teacher, and I think it was the most notes I've ever taken in any class And my favorite class, of course, this is what I'm doing now. So you can see the impact it's had on me. And, the unfortunate thing about that class is not everybody gets a chance to take a class like that from someone who's been trading for 50 plus years, learning from their mistakes, learning core principles early on that, again, set them on the right path. And kind of what I try to do with my YouTube channel and everything what I'm doing right now, and now with the Trader's Handbook, is to make that information available to everybody, give everybody that kind of blueprint to follow to hopefully, again, save them time, save them effort, and save them money at the end of the day, and hopefully get them on the right path earlier towards profitability and performance as well. So again, the book's goal is to teach the core ideas of trading in a simple but in-depth way. Everybody can read this book, but there's going to be nuances that you get over and over again as you reread it, and gain more trading experience as well, as with all good trading books. And as I mentioned before, there are many great trading books. I'll probably list a few down below in the description that I recommend, but not many share a step-by-step process like we do in here, 12 chapters to create a trading system. And again, this incorporates Chairline's experience teaching thousands of traders, answering common questions, and hopefully, again, preventing the worst common mistakes that people make over and over again. So hopefully we can speed up people's learning curves with this book. What's in the book? This is a screenshot of the chapters here. Each chapter, again, goes into in depth into one aspect of a trading system. We start with a little bit of an introduction, talking about the stages of trading, the trader's journey, then get into some technical and fundamental analysis foundations. This is a really in-depth chapter, really good review for many traders. And if you're new to trading, this will be a fantastic shortcut to learning a lot of the key principles that top traders use, that we use, all of that. Then we get into edges and setups, entry tactics and trade execution, risk management. This is a really important chapter, and we talk about it both from a portfolio level as well as an individual trade level, talking about stop losses, sell rules, all of that. So this is a really fantastic chapter, chapter 6. Then in chapter 7, we expand more about selling. What does extended mean? How do you define that? What are some clues to look to sell into strength? What are some clues to sell into weakness? All of that is covered in chapter 7. Chapter 8, we discuss market cycles, and this is probably one of the concepts that really sets people apart from, unprofitable boom and buster to becoming profitable, is building a market cycle system and aligning your actions with the cycles in the market that fluctuate between uptrends and downtrends. This is a really key chapter right here, so definitely I think it'll help a lot of you out there. Then in chapter 9, we get into stock selection, screening, and routines. What do you need to do to get Tesla or Nvidia on your daily focus list before it breaks out, the day before it breaks out? What are the clues that you need to identify to, set yourself up for success and actually have a shot at making that trade? We talk through the whole process from, building a focus list, building a daily focus list, and the screens that we actually use on a day-to-day basis to identify those leaders early on in uptrends, after corrections, and how to identify relative strength. So this is a really good chapter right here. Then chapter 10, post-analysis and trading rules. There's no chapter that approaches it quite like this. We talk about both the trade analytics, but also how to analyze an individual trade, grade your actions. We give a nice example in there, and a few examples in there about how to grade your actions. And, this is probably one of the most important chapters, especially for more experienced traders. So, if you've already done your work, you've got a few years under your belt, you've already built a trading system, this is about refinement, these last 3 chapters, and these will be the most impactful for you. If you're already, got some experience at this, you're already stage 2, stage 3, or even stage 4. Chapter 11, discussing finding new edges, setups, and entry tactics, how to do a trading study, how to build a model book. All that's covered in chapter 11. And then chapter 12 is really special. Charts we're studying. This is a model book of the, basically the past 10 years, the best winning stocks, annotated, and goes really in depth into, price and volume characteristics, what to look out for, and just a great resource to have it all in one place, these modern charts from recent market leaders to study and, apply those blueprints onto future trades. So that's a quick overview of what's in the book. And we have some further resources down there as well. And here's a quick preview of that model book chapter. This is from the breakout section. We've got section on gappers, breakouts, we've got a Cell Rules model book bonus, which I'll talk about in just a second. But this specific model book part of it is really fantastic. Again, we analyze a lot of the past 10 years their market leaders and dissect their moves, key price and volume characteristics to look out for, and you really get a sense and learn exactly what to look for when you look at 200 plus charts of the best stocks. And that's what we try to accomplish with the model book, and I think you guys will really dig this model book chapter. And anybody who orders the book as well will unlock the free version on that's full color, full digital copy on our website by submitting us a receipt, but more on that at a later date. So that's the model book chapter. Then my favorite chapter is actually that post-analysis chapter. This is one of the Reddit examples that we go through. We go through the full process of breaking down a trade, grading the actions, both buys and sells, talking about common mistakes that people make, how to correct them. And this is just a really good chapter that I think will help out a lot of you who are looking for a process around post-analysis to get that feedback loop to hopefully improve and iterate over time. So this will be a really good chapter. And again, going back to this, this is that chapter 10. This is my personal favorite chapter. I'll probably make a video entirely on this chapter, but I think it's something that you guys will really, really enjoy, that chapter 10. All right. So you're probably asking yourself, is this book for you? I would say if you're interested in trading, and especially if you're in your first few years of your journey, this is a must buy. I think this is the perfect book to get started, or maybe as your, first, second, or third book that you read. I think this will set you on a great path that will build your foundation. But even if you're a more advanced trader who want to keep learning, there's the post-analysis chapter, the finding new edges, there's the model book chapter to study all those winning charts that we've marked up. There's something in this book for everybody. And I really think, honestly, genuinely, that you guys will really get a lot out of this and, appreciate it, hopefully as a resource that you keep, right near your trading desk and refer back to time after time as you're, reviewing your trading rules, revamping them. This would be the resource to go to, have a template, have a guide to go ahead and do that. And whenever I'm considering purchasing a book, a nonfiction book that, promises to teach something or promises to help you in some way, I always kind of ask myself, do I think I'll learn at least one new thing or concept that could improve myself after reading this resource? And I think, for the handbook, 100%, if you're interested in trading, you'll learn something new or reinforce key concepts that will help you in your trading journey and in your trading performance. So, ask yourself this question with regards to Trader's Handbook. And if the answer is yes, which I think it is, go for it. And one thing I really want to emphasize, and I hinted at this earlier, is this is more than a trading book, more than just the Trader's Handbook, because in addition to the book, what you unlock are all these different bonuses that we've included with the book. And these are unlocked by submitting your receipt to us. We'll talk about how to do that. It's basically via email or our website. We'll drop the links when it's relevant closer to launch week. But basically, once you submit proof of purchase, you'll unlock on our website all these different model books and bonuses. Of course, it includes the Trader's Handbook webinars, ad-free on our website, bonus education articles and guides, a companion workbook that goes through the exercises within the book, because I actually forgot to mention this. Each chapter of the book includes an exercise, to reinforce the concepts learned. Whenever you are reading something that you want to learn from, you don't just want to passively read. You want to actively apply the material right away to actually reinforce the concepts and actually get something out of the book. So that's what we try to do with the Trader's Handbook. So you'll unlock a companion workbook that goes along with that and helps you through that, shows examples. You also unlock a weekly charts model book, which is basically a weekly charts version of the 200 plus annotated charts that we include in the model book chapter here. Then we've got a specific base breakouts model book, a sell rules model book, a market cycles model book, and then also there'll be an exclusive Q&A during launch week, all for people who pre-order the book and submit proof of purchase, which again, we'll have more details on that later. So if you've already pre-ordered, make sure you've got a copy of your receipt handy, and basically we'll have more information on you on how to unlock all these bonus resources that go along with the book. So really, this is a resource that, again, is much more than a book. It's got webinars, it's got other model books that you can study, and there's just a lot in the whole package. Probably we could sell these Trader's Handbook webinars for thousands of dollars. We've worked quite a bit on them, but we wanted to have it to complement the book and hopefully help out a lot of people out there for sure. So here's the Trader's Handbook webinars, just to show you what's included. We've already done a lot of these right here. We're on this one this upcoming weekend, and we've got some great ones to come. And each of these goes along with one key part of the Trader's Handbook. So one key chapter or concept. Some of these are broken into multiple webinars here. But again, we've talked about key principles, common trading problems, the stage of trading, then technical analysis and trading foundations, setups and edges. We go through the same concepts that are in the book and approach it in a different way, give more detail in some places. Some people are visual learners. Some people are, like to read personally. So we want to make the material available in all different formats and hopefully so you can get even more out of the experience of the Trader's Handbook. So this is all included when you purchase the book. And you can register here to sign up for the email list to make sure you're on the list for all these different webinars. We also sent out the book early copies to many different traders. We got fantastic responses. Here are a few reviews from some traders. We've got Lance Breitstein, who is now going to be featured in the Next Market Wizards book, which is fantastic. He says, regardless of your trading style or time frame, the Trader's Handbook is a foundational guide to help you navigate the learning curve more efficiently. It offers a clear roadmap to become a professional trader and breaks down the process to get there. Any early stage trader would be wise to read and apply the lessons in this book. That's awesome to hear. From Deepak, who is a multiple U.S. investing champion, top performer. Honestly, I wish I had this book when I first started trading. It would have saved me a lot of time and costly mistakes. The Trader's Handbook is a must read for anyone serious about mastering the markets and shortening their learning curve. Larry Williams, market legend, said the perfect book for those wandering around Wall Street, as it is a nice combination of technical and fundamentals in a concise plan. Then Peter Brandt, also a market wizard, a great addition to the library of all serious traders and a necessary resource for all new and aspiring market speculators. I love the exploration of the stages all career traders must go through. Rather than a book featuring trading gimmicks and tricks, the Trader's Handbook provides an overview of the essentials needed to build a trading career from the ground up. I congratulate the authors for birthing this textbook. Thank you, Peter. Definitely appreciate that. And then John Boyk, who I highly recommend his books as well. The Traderline Group has put together another solid educational resource for traders of all levels. The Trader's Handbook is a comprehensive guide that covers essential topics that are critical to success, such as price and volume analysis, the importance of following key moving averages, risk management, and staying in sync with the market. The book illustrates several hundred charts of past winners. As O'Neill stated, study past big winners and you'll buy future ones. Another great resource from Traderline for all traders. So this is just a sample of all the reviews. We'll be sharing more on Twitter in the coming days and weeks. But it's great to get this feedback from many traders who I've learned from and admire deeply. So this gives you a sense from people who have actually read the book already, how it might help you as a trader. And here is the special announcement. I'll be giving away one of my 10 author copies. They basically send us 10 author copies early for us to check out. And I'll be giving away one of my precious 10 versions of the Trader's Handbook, this one in particular. And of course, to the winner, I'll sign it. I'll make it out to you once we know who wins it. But basically, to enter, what you want to do is in the comments on this YouTube video, comment what is the chapter that you're most looking forward to of all of these 12 chapters. Maybe it's the model books, maybe it's the post-analysis, maybe it's risk management, likely it's a lot of edges and setups, whatever it is for you. Mention what chapter you're most looking forward to, and also explain why. Go a little bit into detail. I'll prioritize people who really put in the effort here. And basically, this is something that we've worked incredibly hard on, and we'd love to hear kind of what you're most looking forward to, what part of the book you're most looking forward to. I'll announce the winner May 19th. So again, to enter, you have to comment down below what chapter you're most interested in, explain your rationale, and you can scan here to pre-order the book as well if you haven't already. And yeah, that's another requirement. You have to have pre-ordered the book in order to win the signed copy. So pick yours up here and then also leave a comment down below on this YouTube video. All right, so with that, I just want to say again, it's currently available for pre-order. It'll be released May 27th, so make sure to get your pre-order well before that to make sure you receive it on that day. You can scan that QR code to receive your copy. And again, if you've already purchased it, first of all, thank you so much. But just as a quick hint, it would make a great gift, early Christmas present for a trader buddy or two. So don't feel like you can't purchase multiple copies. Definitely appreciate it as well. But again, you can scan this QR code to order yours. I think it's currently on sale a little bit on Amazon, so it's a perfect time to order yours. And here's just a quick run through again, over 500 pages, 45,000 words. It was a lot of work, 12 chapters to build a trading system. And the link to orders also in the description if you don't want to scan the QR code. And then just with that said, I want to open it up. If there's any questions, let us know in the comment section as well. I'll try to answer every single one. Questions about what's in it, what's included, how to unlock the bonuses, just let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll let you guys know. So with that, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and definitely go ahead and pick up your copy if you haven't already. Again, really proud of this, really love how it turned out, and excited to get it in your guys' hands as well. So thanks so much, guys. Thank you in advance for picking up your copy, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Take care.